Good morning, students. Students, today we will discuss the classification of business activity. Fine. Students, I have told you that business is an economic activity. We were gone through the feature of business, and in that, we have studied that business is an economic activity which is related with the finance, which is related with the earning of money. Fine. And another features are it related with the productions of goods and services, and it related with the procurement or selling of or exchange of goods and services. Fine. So on this basis, this business activity can be classified in two categories. Fine. This is industries and commerce. See, the activities which are related with the production, where we used to convert the raw materials into finished goods, is known as what? Industries. And the commerce, where the exchange of goods and services takes place. Fine. Now let's discuss the industry first today. And this is of further can be classified, or it is of three types. As you have studied this topic in class 10th also, that industry is of three types. First is primary, second secondary, and third tertiary. Fine. Let's see what do you mean by primary industry. Students, the primary industries are those industries which are engaged in the extractions and the reproductions and development of living organisms. Fine. So these industries are engaged in the digging out the natural resources from the earth. Fine. यानी ऐसे इंडस्ट्रीज जो कि नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को एक्सट्रैक्ट करने में एंगेज्ड हैं, या दे आर एंगेज इन द रिप्रोडक्शंस ऑफ लिविंग स्पेसीज or development of living organism. So these kinds of industries will come into the primary industries. Fine. See, this primary industries is also of two types. On the I have told you this. Some of them are engaged in the extraction of natural resources, and some of them are engaged in the development and the reproductions of living organism. So on this basis, we can categorize this primary industry in two types: extractive industries and genetic industries. Fine. So it is easy to understand that extractive industries are the industries which are engaged in raising the products from the natural resources like soil, water, air, from the deep of the earth. They dig out these resources, mineral ores, from the deep of the earth. Fine. So in extractive industries, there are so many examples like mining industries are there, oil industries are there, fisheries industries are there. Okay. So these will comes to the extractive industries. Now next is genetic industries. So it will refers to all those activities or all those business activities which are related with the reproduction and development of living organism. Fine. So this will include the breeding of plants, animals. Fine. Or making the new species, like it considers also the poultry farming, cattle breeding, fisheries hatchery, bees hatchery, etc. This all will come to the genetic industries. Fine. Now the secondary industries. See, students, the secondary industries are those includes those activities which are related with the using of materials which have been already extracted by the primary industries. Means simply we can say the secondary industries uses the output of primary industries as a raw material to convert these raw materials into the finished goods. Fine. So these kinds of industries will come into the secondary industries. Fine. Now this secondary industries of two types also: manufacturing and construction. Fine. So manufacturing industries, it will includes all those activities or all those industries which are engaged in the processing of raw material to produce the finished goods. Like they are cotton textile industries. Fine. These industries uses the cottons produced by the extractive industries. Fine. Again, there is so many industries related with this secondary industries or manufacturing industries, like analytical industries, synthetic industries, processing industries, assembling industries. So these all are the types of what? Manufacturing industries. See, students, Analytical industries, the industries which are basically analyzed and separated the raw materials into different finished goods, like crude oils get processed into the many finished goods like kerosene, petrol, diesel, etc. While synthetic industries, where the two raw materials get combined to produce another new products, fine, like the chemicals mixed together for manufacturing of cement. Next one is the processing industry. So in this, the goods get passes or the raw materials get passes through the various stages to become a final product. For example, the sugar industries, fine, and the paper industries, here the sugar canes get processed from the so many stages and get converted into sugars in the same way like the papers also. So assembling industries also there, where the different kinds of different components get assembled together to product the new products, like automobile industries and TV industries. Computers are get assembled by the different parts of different companies, so these will come into the assembling industries. And one more is there, that is called construction industries, fine. So the construction industries is the it includes all those activities where this which are related with the constructions of dams, constructions of road building, fine. So these all are the related with the engineering and architectural skills, which are important part of the construction industries, fine. So this is what the secondary industries. Now come to the tertiary industries. See, the industries related with the concerned with the what providing support services to the primary, second, and secondary industries. Fine, students. These tertiary industries are also known as the auxiliary to trade. Means these are the supportive services, and these tertiary sectors support the primary sector and primary industry and secondary industries in order to perform their business activities. Without these tertiary industries or services, none of primary and secondary activities can get performed. So it includes all those services like banking and advertisement and transportations, warehousings. So these all will come into the tertiary industries. Fine. So today we have covered up the industries and business activity, classification of business activity. Again, I am summarizing this, that business activity is related with the production and the exchange of goods and services. Fine. So the productions will again categorized into the industries, and the exchange of goods and services gets combined into all together in the commerce, fine. And industries get classified in three types: primary, secondary, and tertiary. The primary industries, which are related with the extractions of natural resources and what reproduction and developing the living organism. Next, another is the secondary industries, which is related with the all those activities which used to the raw materials of the primary industries as a raw materials and produce a new goods. Again, it is of also two types: manufacturing and constructions. Means some of them are engaged in the manufacturings, and some of them engage in the constructions of building, road, dams, etc. And the tertiary industries, I have told you this, it is also known as the service sector or service industries, where all the services get provided to the primary and secondary. It is also it is known as the supportive industries also, fine. So I think hope you all understood this.